Good morning, everyone. My name's Joey. Josie over here on the four-wheeler. She's ready to go this morning. We're going. Even though we're supposed to be almost 70 this week, us smart people know it's the first week of February. Winter's not over yet. Actually, it's been popping up on my Facebook in 1978, and I remember this because it was a really good time for us when we was kids. 1978, this week, it come like 3 foot of snow here, and we had snow drifts about 10 foot tall. It snowed so much. We lived probably about 15 miles away from town, and y'all may have heard me say this before. When I was a kid, everybody in this area used to have snowmobiles. It don't snow enough now. You'd be lucky if you get to ride one just 2 or 3 days a year. But back when I was a kid, everybody that had money to buy one had one. But you was allowed to drive them to town in 1978. There was so much snow, they didn't have the counties and the state and stuff like that didn't have the equipment that they do now. So when we got that big old snow, it was here for a while. I can't remember how long exactly, but it seemed like we was out of school for like a month. Me and my cousins, we dug tunnels through the snow to each other's houses. We all lived real close together. We dug tunnels through the snow to each other's houses, and sleigh riding, man, we sled ride forever, it seemed like, because that snow, it was just forever. But anyway, we know winter's not over, and my wood pile at that house is kind of getting a little bit low. I probably right now, it's 70 degrees this week, so we probably wouldn't use that much this week. It's kind of chilly today. It's 50 today, but the wind's blowing and it's cloudy, so it kind of seems a little chilly today. But we probably won't have much in the way of fire this week. But I know that's not going to last. So the wood I got right now, if I had to keep a fire going, probably wouldn't last me maybe just a couple more weeks or something. So we're going to have to get some firewood out the house. And I'm going to take some of that stack over here that's been out in the weather. It's kind of wet and stuff like that. But I want to get it put in that woodshed so it can kind of start drying out just a little bit. But just to be on the safe side, I got that white oak wood just throwed out in front of my woodshed. From back in the summer, I saw some white oak trees down over on this front lot over here. And I took it down and just throwed it out. It's not been split. It's just throw it out in a big pile. So me and Josie, we're gonna go down there and I'm gonna split that wood up and put it in my woodshed, and what little bit of wood I do got in there, I'm gonna have to move it out and put that white oak in the back. And, first in, first out type stuff. But I want to get that out of the way, get it in there before I put any more wood in here. I want to split some of that, take it down there and put it in. But I just want to get that in there first. That way I ain't got to deal with it in case it does stay warm. You never know. And we don't wind up using all the wood this year. I just want to get that in there first and not have to put some of this wood in there and then wind up having to take it back out to put that in. So that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to deal with that a little bit. We got a load in the truck later today because I got to take a load off in the morning. But we got that pile over there where kind of see that tarp there. But that rain we got the other night, that all day long, 24-hour rain, 4 inches or whatever it was, it soaked through that tarp. So all that was wet. I got it uncovered right now. I'm hoping this wind will dry it out somewhat. Kind of the reason I want to try to build some kind of shed or something or put the wood in. Tarps just ain't, that guy's wanting a load of wood. I know he's got enough that he ain't going to have that immediately to burn because it's wet. It got wet. So I'm glad he does have a little extra to give that a little bit of time to dry out some. Hopefully it'll dry a lot. I know it's not going to be drenched, soaked through or nothing like that, but it's definitely wet. So but that's kind of the reason I want to try to get a shed, just for things like that. If that guy needed the wood, needed it immediately to burn, it would be probably aggravating for him to get going. But we're going to go down here, start working on splitting this wood down here at the woodshed. And I don't know, I don't have a splitter other than that. So we're gonna go down there and split some wood and bring you guys along today, and then we'll come back up here after a while sometime, before feeding or something other, and load this truckload of wood up. Now, here's that wood we got split. There's a little bit of chestnut oak in there. That's what this stuff is. That's all white oak. And I ain't even sure what that stuff is. You can see the woodshed's getting pretty bare. We're just gonna take and throw that out of the way, split some of this and stack it in there, and try to get much of it done today as we can anyway. I don't know if I can. That's a whole lot of wood. I don't know if I can split all that, because I only got to, it's almost lunchtime already, and that just leaves 2 or 3 hours or something other to get all done. But we'll set you guys up on time lapse, and we'll split some of this wood and work on it. Where's got all that white oak gone? This is actually hickory. I couldn't remember what it was. I split a piece there at the end of it just to see it's there was a hickory log laying in that log pile up there by the barn that was been laying there for a while and seasoned out, so I brought it down here, but it's been laying there and got all wet. But I'll split it tomorrow or something other. I got all that oak. Honestly, I'm tired. But got every bit of that right there is white oak. This whole back row. And that right there will do me during a decent cold spell. That'll last a month, like next year. And then I'll finish splitting this stuff up maybe tomorrow if we get time, and restack this stuff back in there, and then we'll get some of that other wood that's up there tomorrow. Like I said, because I'm kind of thinking there's probably a month. There's about 3 weeks of wood there, probably. Maybe a month, all depending on the weather. I need just a little bit more. That gets us up to March. We need enough to get through March anyway. After that, you can kind of play around with it. But we're gonna go up here. We gotta go up here and load the truck up. So we're gonna go up here and load that truck up with that wood we gotta take off in the morning. Well, if y'all haven't noticed, sun come out, so it's actually warmed up pretty nice today. It feels pretty good. I'm in a t-shirt, and Josie, she's still got her hoodie on, but she said it was cold there a while ago. I think she's got the wind. If you're in the shade and the wind's blowing pretty hard, it kind of does stay chilly, I guess. But if you're out in the sun and stuff, when we was down there splitting that wood, it's up right up against that black building there. I got plumb hot. So we got not everything accomplished, but I did get all that white oak split up. There's a little bit of that hickory left. Y'all seen that in the video. We got to take this to the good little piece away tomorrow, so it takes up the biggest majority of the day. We got to go get some feed and do some other little errands and running tomorrow. So I don't know if I'll get to it tomorrow, but I'm trying to definitely get to it maybe by Tuesday or something. Because I think we're supposed to get some rain Tuesday evening or Wednesday if it keeps like they're saying right now. So I just soon go ahead and get that split up and get it in there and try to get my other wood back in there, and then maybe get some of this up here split and get it in there and get it all took care of. And that way this wet wood can be drying out a little bit. That building kind of almost acts like an oven. It seasons out wood really good, and it dries out any wood that's wet. It'll dry it out pretty fast. Years ago when I was working and stuff, didn't have a whole lot of time to do firewood. Sometimes I just go out and saw trees that was dead standing, and they might have snow on them or be wet, and I'd put them in that building, and it wouldn't take long at all for them to dry out. So that building, it does, sunshine in and stuff, it does a really good job drying that wood out. We got Jerry, his load of wood loaded up, and be able to take it to him in the morning. Hopefully the truck does ours. The last time I took him a load of wood, if y'all have ever had one of these Ford trucks, or if you know anything about vehicles, coil packs on them truck, absolutely the worst engineering design that I've ever seen on a vehicle. They're real bad for going out, and I've had trouble with this truck ever since I've had it, actually, probably. But I had a mechanic change all the spark plugs and change all the coil packs a couple years back, and the last time I took Jerry a load of wood, like I said, he's about 45 minutes away. We got there, and on the way back, it sputtered and kicked, and you know, it don't does it like when you're kind of at that idle speed. It don't do it if you're giving it gas, or if it's just at a dead idle, it's fine. But if you're going down the road and it's like it's in between needing to change gears, but it's quite not, it'll start missing on you. Now I don't know if it'll do it tomorrow. It's not done it since that day, but it always starts that when ones get ready to go out, and it's not went all the way out. It's not went to the point to where it's got the check engine light come on. You can't find out which one it is until that check engine light comes on. So it's kind of an aggravating thing, and which, you know, if it does go out, it still runs. It'll just be missing, and it makes it use about 3 times more gas. So I hope that thing don't go out while we're up there, because it cost me $40 to what normally cost me $20. It'd probably cost me $40. So hopefully it won't go out, but all at the same time, I'm kind of wishing it'd hurry up and go out so I could get it fixed and be done with it. It's kind of one of them aggravating things. But yeah, guys, I just got a whole day of firewood. It's been a physical day. I'm feeling it right now. And Josie's took off, went over to the camper. She's got been, every time I've kind of come to the end of a little bit of a part of a video, they said, I didn't say bye. And I'm like, I ain't said bye yet. So she's definitely wanting to say bye now. It's time to say bye. She's took off. But I appreciate y'all watching this. Let's see what she does. I appreciate y'all watching this video. And what do you want? Oh. Appreciate you watching this video, and hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. This is the weekend still, but we'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, thank you guys.